fabulous ladies, and all of you, my male viewers as well, if you are watching my channel. If you are new here, hi, this is Batul Diwan, and I am passionate to work for women who feel stuck, lonely, who feel that there is some kind of challenge they're undergoing in terms of their relationships or their professional challenges, or there is some kind of lack in their personal happiness, their inability to express themselves completely, and inability to express themselves fully in life, in relationships, and all of that may be coming from some deep hidden inside trauma or blockages which is expressing in their outer life. Then hi, I am here to help you all, especially women, because I have been there. I have worked on myself to overcome all those kind of issues in my life, where I've come from completely broken and damaged personality to a personality who's outspoken, who is living in her truth, who's expressing herself, who's speaking up for herself, and my health has improved, and my relationships which were earlier superficial, be it personal relationship or career related, professional relationships, every relationship started improving. My personal happiness started upgrading, and in short, I can say that I have leveled up my life by my inner work. So I'm here to help you with that, and for that I am building a community of like-minded women like me who are in this journey and who are previous version of myself, and I help them with this. So if you want to join that WhatsApp community, I invite you. You can click the link in the description box, and I'll be happy to let you in that community. Also, if there is something in your heart you really want to share with me, and you want you feel that it's high time to have a solution around something which you are going through, some challenge, then I will also leave a link for a booking a one-on-one clarity call with me, and we can get on a call and we can discuss how we can deal with it. Now, coming back to today's topic, I always come on live and I sit somewhere there, but today it's raining, so I have just switched my place where I'm doing live. So I'm so sorry for, I think, lighting issues. Next time I'll try to be sitting in the same place where I used to sit. So yeah, coming back to today's topic. Today's topic is inspired from an article which one of my friends sent me of a Bangalore man, how he ran away from his own house because he felt extremely controlled by his wife, and he was not ready to come back when police found him and caught him. He said that, put me in jail, but I don't want to go back to my home because my wife controls me so much that I feel suffocated. And I thought, there is something, and from where this control is coming. And I've seen many people around me having some people in their known relationship space who have controlled them, or who are still controlling them, or other people. So I thought, why not deal with this topic? So today's topic is around how we can deal or overcome overtly controlling nature in relationships. And that relationship cannot be specifically only romantic relationship. We can display this kind of controlling nature also in friendships. And how I can say so, because I have experienced this myself. So I will start with giving a brief context of from where this control comes. Each one of us have some kind of attachment style which originates from the way we were raised in our childhood. So there are four kind of attachment styles. One is anxious attachment style. The second is avoidant attachment style. The third is uh, dysregulated or anxious avoidant, both kind of attachment style. And fourth is the secure attachment style. Having said that if you work on tools, you can become secure, but still we all are on our healing journey, and we are never completely healed until we become God. So that's true, we all are on a healing journey. Some people can be more healed than you, some people can be less healed than you, but we are never absolute. So we always have to keep working on it, and I am still on my healing journey. But yes, these tools will help you become more and more secure. So today we'll talk about anxious attachment style, because the controlling nature comes from anxious attachment style. So I have my notes also ready around it. If you see me looking down sometimes, it's because I might be looking at my notes. So number one, the anxious attachment style comes from the childhood, where you felt that you had very uncertain kind of parenting, uncertain kind of caregiving attitude, where there was a hot and cold parenting, and you were not feeling very secure, you were not feeling very safe, and that is why you always fear, you always are nervous, you always are in anxiety about your partner or your relationships, because you feel that you might get abandoned. Because this comes from kind of parenting where in childhood deep down you felt unsafe, and you felt that you might not be secure or safe. You felt inability to express yourself, you did not feel safe to share your needs, your wants to your parents. And this might have happened because maybe your parents or your caregivers also were dealing with similar kind of thing, and they themselves were fearful, they themselves were insecure, and that is why they were unable to provide that security to you, which has led into some kind of programming inside you, and you have become anxious attached person. uh, and one more thing which I wanted to tell you around here is, it can also lead to suppression of your essence energy. If you are female or a male, your feminine or masculine energy can get really suppressed or wounded if you have this kind of anxious attachment style. And what I want, yeah, there is a lot of unpredictability involved in terms of your parenting, the kind of parenting you had, because of which you become really insecure, and it starts reflecting in your adulthood relationships. Now how we can overcome this? uh, One more thing I wanted to actually tell you, so I was just that. mm, yeah, so because of your parents showed this kind of behavior, uh, you made everything about yourself, and you started becoming overtly giving, and you started making everything about others rather than yourself. And that is how we become either people pleasing or controlling, or both, because people pleasing is also a kind of controlling. We don't realize that, but we are trying to control people's behavior, attitude towards ourselves by pleasing them. So that is why we have made everything about others, and we become too giving and too trying to do things for them so that they never abandon us. So this comes from that kind of childhood. Now coming to how we can heal that kind of childhood, or how we can heal that kind of parenting, that kind of pattern or attachment style, to overcome or to deal that overtly controlling nature of us, or maybe people pleasing nature of us. So I'll discuss here three tools which are very simple, which I have applied myself in my life, and I saw a huge difference in my own style. Because if I tell you what my attachment style, it is the most dangerous. It is not just anxious, it is not just avoidant, it's a combination of both. I am anxious, attached, and avoidant, the dysregulated, the third one. So that is, in my opinion, that has the challenges of both the attachment styles. And using the tools which I am going to discuss today can help you overcome you know controlling nature of you. Because I have been there, and I have worked on my anxious, avoidant, both kind of attachment style by using these tools. So yes, coming back to now the tool number one, which is number one is becoming more comfortable and becoming more equipped in handling or tolerating distressed emotions. So what I mean by that, so at times what happens is we are trying to relieve ourselves of fear by trying to be really close to the people whom we are in relationship, because we want to know their each move. We want to know what they are feeling about us. We want to know where they are going. We want to know whom they are calling, what they are talking, because we want a predictability. And from predictability, we want to know that we are safe, we are secure. It is coming from deep down fear of being abandoned. So we don't want to be abandoned by them. That is why we want to know each of their move. Now what this can make is, this can make the other person feel really suffocated, feel really controlled. And that is what I heard in that news in morning, that the person was saying that even a drop of grain of rice would drop from my plate, my wife would start scolding me, and that kind of behavior I cannot no more live with. So in relationships, to if we are showing this kind of thing and we want to know every move of our partner or our friend, what we can do is we can become more aware of this kind of pattern which we are displaying. That okay, I am displaying this kind of pattern, I am trying to control the person, I am trying to know where they are going, what they are doing. And so we need to learn and we need to learn to manage and tolerate that kind of behavior in us, and become more mindful that what can be consequences around having that kind of controlling nature. Because we want to play a long term game. We don't want to just live today and have this controlling attitude, because sooner or later the partner or the friend will leave us. Because no one can live in an environment which feels suffocated, which feels lack of that, there is a lack of freedom. So this can impact our life in long term. So we need to learn how to manage, how to sit with those kind of triggering emotions, how to become comfortable, how to become mindful, without suppressing what we are feeling, just to address it. So one way how to address it is a kind of breathing exercise, which you can do is just place your hand here, take few deep breaths in and out, and say that, body, I know that you are feeling unsafe and insecure. I know you are feeling anxious about whoever it is. I can see you, I feel you, I recognize you, and I love you. But these thoughts are not real. I love you, but I am safe, I am secure, and I really appreciate you trying to protect me deep down by giving these thoughts, but these thoughts are not real, and I release them. And keep the deep breathing in and out, and give yourself the love by reassuring yourself that these are just thoughts. What our body do is it try to protect us by making us live the worst case scenario, so that we live the worst case scenario now, and later we are equipped to undergo that kind of situation, while that scenario might never come true. We have to remember that our thoughts are not a reality until and unless we relive it again and again. So we have to consciously choose what we want to think. So whenever you feel like this, just sit in the discomfort, try to become comfortable in distressful emotions which you are feeling at that point of time, if you're feeling controlling or whatever nature, and do this kind of meditation with yourself. And I'm telling you, this will not have immediate impact, but slowly and slowly, when you start doing this, it will have a long term impact. Number two is become really aware of your patterns by making yourself more knowledgeable and learning your own traumas. So what I have done is I started learning more and more about this, started learning more and more about my patterns, my triggers, my traumas, and my style. And that is what gave me the idea that how I can overcome it. I became more aware of it, and that is why I started noticing that what I am doing with myself and with people around me, and how I can come out of it. So what it will do is it will start you know when we start separating our thoughts from our reality, by the way I told you in point number 1, it start a cascade of reactions, a cascade of change in a deep subconscious mind and in our thought system, which repeated again and again over time makes us more and more and more healed and secure. So this is point number 2, and the point number 3 is exposure therapy. So what you can do is getting bitten by a lot of mosquito, so pardon me. So exposure therapy is allow yourself to have the thought process of I am ready to be abandoned. Even if you get abandoned, and once you are ready for it, and you come to know, maybe worst case scenario it comes true that that relationship doesn't work out, you'll realize that you're still alive. Because our worst fear is, a human being's worst insecurity is death. So any kind of abandonment will never leave you, will never lead you to death, right? Will still be alive. So let yourself be open to the fact, be more open minded and accepting to the fact that even if I get abandoned, it is all right. And this is how psychologists, they do this exposure therapy of making a patient exposed to their worst fear slowly and slowly. And for example, there's a spider and you're fearful of spider, and once you get exposed to it and you realize that I'm still alive, the spider did not bit me to kill me, I'm still surviving. So you become more confident that okay fine, next time spider comes I won't be that fearful of it. So that's why when you undergo that kind of abandonment or you become open to it, you become more in flow. You release the control. That is how you release the control. You let the person be the person, because if the person has to cheat or if the person has a certain way, the person will find the way out to be that way or to cheat. So rather than controlling them, let them show their behavior, and if they need to leave, let them leave. Because have the faith that whoever is right for you, whoever is aligned for you, the universe will keep showing that partner for you and you'll never be abandoned. And even if you get abandoned by that partner, the partner who is actually right for you will come in your life and you remain in your healing journey. So that's all for today. Those were the 3 points which helped me, and they can help yourself as well. And like this video if you like this content. Hope you find it helpful. Please try it and let me know in comments if you find it helpful, and be consistent in it and become aware of your patterns and see how it works for you. So like this video, share it with people whom you think this kind of content might help, because there definitely might be people, there are many people, many women out there who need this. And that is what my mission is, to reach more and more people. And that is why I would love for you to subscribe my channel, because that will not only help me reach more, but it will also keep you updated in these kind of topics which I regularly deal with. So that's all for today. Next time I'll try to be in the same place to have better lighting. And bye bye for now. Like, share and subscribe. My name is Batul and thank you so much for watching.